Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Bacon here, and today I'm bringing you a guest commentary here on Hijacked channel. So the gameplay you're going to be watching is a triple nuclear on the map Hijacked with the Scar H. So I do hope you guys enjoyed that in the background. It's a really insane gameplay. Hard Hat brings out some insane stuff. So I've known Hard Hat since back in the good old-fashioned rain days, and he was a pretty cool guy. So if you guys do enjoy some amazing gameplays, definitely subscribe to Hard Hat. So I'm not really a kind of topic commentator. You know, people talk about, oh, I like Advanced Warfare, I hate VSATs, or blah, 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 blah. I'm one of the people who like to talk about personal stories and stuff that's happened in their life. So today I'm going to talk about the time I punched a first grader. Now, some of you might have heard this story before, and some of you may have not. And it's a pretty funny commentary topic, so I decided to bring that one to you guys. So pretty much what ended up happening is I had a friend next door, and he was a pretty young kid. He was in, I'd say, first grade, and his dad wasn't really around. Like, his dad worked a lot. So being the nice kid I was, he'd come over and, you know, can I play catch with you, or can I play football with you, or can I play basketball with you? Like, I'd be outside doing stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll play with you. I'll just give you somebody to play with. You know, I taught him how to throw. Like, I did a lot of stuff his dad didn't do, because, you know, his dad wasn't really around too much because he worked a lot. So what ended up happening is one day he came to me with a problem, and I didn't really help him with problems that much. It was just kind of like, okay, what's wrong? And he's like, so these kids are picking on me at school. What do I do? And, you know, I gave him kind of the basic parent answer. I didn't really want him to go and get in a lot of trouble, because then his mom would have been pissed at me. I know I babysat the kid too, so I didn't really want his mom to get mad at me. So I just told him, you know, if something bad happens, go tell the teachers, tell the parents. If something gets really bad, definitely go to your principal. Make sure everything's okay. Don't do anything too stupid. And so pretty much he said, you know, what if I fight him and stuff? And I'm like, you know, don't fight him. You said kids, so you might get beat up or something. And I pretty much just called it right there. So turns out at school later that day, I was thinking about what's going on with this kid. I was just like, you know, what's going wrong? What's wrong with him? Like, why is he coming to me with his problems? Why isn't he going to his mom or something? And so what ended up happening is I saw him on the playground that day, because this was when I was in about like 5th grade or something. So I saw him like playing on the playground with the kids, and the kids were messing with him, and I yelled at him, yo, leave him alone and stuff, or I'll come in there and kick your ass. Yeah, I said that to a bunch of kindergartners, but he pretty much, they left him alone. And then later that day, I was at home, and I was walking home, and I was just kind of relaxing, looking at my phone, listening to music, and it was a normal day. Normally he'd just come to my house and ask to play ball, so I went in my backyard and waited for him. Just played some basketball. I wasn't really into video games at this time, so I was just at my house playing basketball, waiting for him, and he didn't come. And I never actually saw him come home either. So I got kind of worried. I was like, yo, what's going on? Normally he's here. Like, I was kind of relaxed. I was like, yeah, I get the day off. Let's go. Just kind of can go upstairs and relax and stay chill. And then he just never came home. So I started to worry. I went and asked his mom. I'm like, hey, is he here? Like, what's wrong? And she's like, no, he still hasn't come home. His sister said he took a right at the bus stop instead of coming straight home. So I ended up just waiting for him outside, just relaxing, and I ended up hearing screaming. And I was kind of worried. Like, once I heard screaming, I'm like, okay, this is a pretty quiet neighborhood. Why is he screaming? Why is somebody screaming? And he's running down the street screaming bloody murder. And I mean, it looked like this kid was getting bloody murdered. I mean, he was bleeding. He had like a black eye and everything. And I'm sitting there like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And he comes up and he's like banging at the door, like he's banging on the fence saying, hey, come here, come here, come here, help me. And I come over to help him, and there's like 5 little thug-like first graders chasing him. And I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, these kids look like they're straight up from the hood, like Bloods and Crips kind of stuff. Like, these kids look like thugs, and they're chasing him. And he comes up to me, and he like comes and gets behind me, and I'm like looking at these kids like, what's going on? And they run directly by me. They don't even look at me, even though I'm standing directly in front of the kid. They're running just right behind me, and they grab my friend, and they just start dragging him. And I mean, they are dragging him into my lawn, and they start hitting him. And so I go over there to stop it. I'm like trying to get him, like, hey, get off him, get off him, get off him. And they won't get off. And one of the little kids decided to punch me, and I was like, okay, I'll let that slide. And so I'm trying to rip him off of him. I threw a couple of them, and then another kid ran up behind me with a stick and hit me over the head, and it hurt so bad. I don't think I've ever been hit in the head by like a stick before. I mean, this thing felt like it was a log. I don't know why it hurt so bad. It hit me right in the back of the head. I think I was bleeding. And so I'm like looking, I'm like, what's going on? And a little kid start jumping on me trying to get him. They're like, get him. And these kids weren't playing. Like, this was not playing. They were seriously trying to hurt the kid. So what ended up happening is I snapped. Oh, I flipped out and punched a kid right in the face. And the moment I punched him, I automatically regretted it. All I heard was crying. And he was laying on the grass crying his eyes out. And his friends were looking like, what's wrong with him? You can't do that. You're not allowed to hit us. And I was just like, what did I do? And I'm like, go. And I'm like, scat before I go kick your ass too. And so they're all like, oh my gosh. And I felt terrible. I ended up going inside and had my mom helped the little kid out, helped my friend out, and just patched him up and stuff. The kids actually, I think they got like suspended or expelled from school because they were never at the school again. And I'm pretty sure they got like charges or something. I don't know. These were like thugs, straight up thugs for first graders. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed the commentaries. I don't really like doing longer commentaries, and this is a longer one for me. So if you guys do enjoy, my channel link will be in the description. I do hope you enjoyed Hardhat's gameplay in the background. It is an insane one, so definitely drop a like for that. So my name is Bacon, and I will see all of you people later.